What about a villain that's secretly the hero the whole time, but does not know it or get the credit for it? What if that guy existed in the world and you just didn't know? Hey, that was them. Check them out. We should be their friend. We should take a look and be buddies. Make a little... Don't shake hands like that. That's weird. But shake hands. Make the little handshake. Hello, friend. I've got a couple examples here that came from a similar thread that I was like, this is an example I like, and I want to talk about it. And guess what? One of them, right off the bat, is great. It's the Grinch. Now, the Grinch was never the villain. The Grinch was heartbroken and sad and alone and didn't know what to do because the citizens of Whoville alienated him and kicked him out of town and made him a pariah. And he finally had enough of being treated that way, being forced to watch all of the fun from the outside. And here he goes, and he is the ultimate hero. At the very end of it all, he commits terrible actions. He tears apart all of their holiday. He goes and takes all of their presents, and then he brings them back because this isn't worth it. This is not me. The next one I had is the Wicked Witch of the West. The Wicked Witch of the West saw her sister get smoked by a house by an entitled little millennially looking thing named Dorothy, who shows up with her dog and is all prissy with her little socks that fold down with the lace. And she's all like, oh my gosh, I gotta figure out where I am, hee hee. And then she's all offensive to everyone in town, stomping on their tradition, being rude with their rules. And then she's like, oh, well, I'll get you pretty and your little dog too. And she throws water on her and kills her. She becomes a murderer because she disagrees with how she should be treating her homeland of Oz. Now, that being said, that's what she is. But yes, I consider her a mismarketed person. What could a PR person have done differently for her? Could have gotten out in front of this crisis. No use of red smoke. Okay, that's a clear indicator. If you're going to use smoke to disappear, use like a nice white smoke. People, that's very calming for people. They would think bath bombs. They would think like, hey, this is a nice way for me to soothe you as I go. Maybe a chartreuse. A little lighter color here, a burnt sienna, a brown. I don't know. I'm not as a marketing person, I would say I would put out a press release and then have her start doing a speaking engagements around Oz, just small ones, and doing small feats of magic for children, because kids speak to their parents' hearts, and fears. So it'd be really eyebrow spasm. If you really, what's next? Luke, I'm your father. Seeing the prequel trilogies puts a completely different spin on the man that was Anakin Skywalker. It allows you to get a feel for who the man was that became Darth Vader and the pain that made him into Vader and caused him to turn to the dark side. But was he the hero? Not in these trilogies, not as Vader. All fathers are evil. I don't care what anyone says, except me. I'm a good one. Lastly, I think this is last, Frankenstein's monster. This man was not born of his own devices. He was not made by man and woman. He was not created in a way that allowed him to come from love. He came from chaos. He came from a butchering of other souls and creation. And was made for carnage. He was made to be a monster. He's Frankenstein's monster. Look at him. He's pained. He can't believe that the brain he has is inside this grotesque form. That we can't help but look and sympathize with how he is, because this is his state. This is the state he's in. When he accidentally, spoiler, it's been almost 100 years, guys. So when he accidentally throws the girl into the water, a lot of it also has to do with, one, his brain isn't functioning correctly because he's been dead a while. But second, the motor function. Like he's a monster, not in the traditional sense, but in the whole sense that he just couldn't get it together. I mean, he doesn't mean to be. This is not who he is. The ultimate he's a piece of man, of meat and of sinew and grossness. He still aspires for more and for greater. And for that reason, we kind of honor him. And